I found a light deck for you guys that got 20 wins in the last weekend ranked and comes in at $95 right now. So if you know anything about light, you know that it's super not in meta, and the viable light decks, yeah, they cost a ton of money. So the fact that this light deck for $95 got 20 wins in Mythic during the weekend ranked, that's a big deal. I sifted through so many Mythic players in order to find a light deck that is actually viable for this price. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this. An overview of the deck: it is a zoo deck, so you're going to be using a lot of little creatures out there early on. And then you're going to start buffing them with things like Radiant Dawn and Protective Benediction. And that is going to be your game ender. So the idea is to fill the board. And then once the board is filled, you're going to drop your buff cards and you're just going to smack face. And the game is going to be over just like that. These games go really fast. So if you like fast-paced games, if you don't mind losing fast either, because when you lose really quickly, then this is the deck for you. We have Blind Martyr, which pretty much all the zoo light decks have. Imperium Pacifist. This is another great card, definitely necessary. Ritual Rod. Your Lights Levy, you're going to be using the Lights Levy to help get you a board advantage early on while still building your own board. And then you have, of course, Radiant Dawn, and this is the card you're going to be holding on to until you got a big board, and you can just completely smash face. Another one that you're going to use to buff your creatures is the Asterius Glittering one, and this one right here and CERN are the two legendaries. And then you also have just a ton of great value cards. So you have Card Shark, so you can get 2 bodies on board. You also have the Wicked Fae, which also grants you another 2 bodies on board. Because once you have the more bodies, then the buffs do a lot more work. All right, so you have a couple cards that put order on an enemy creature. That's going to be your CERN and your Watchful Hound. So you're going to want to use these to a lot of times get past the Guild Enforcer so you can continue hitting face. Armor really slows this deck down because we have a lot of 2 strength. Pretty much most of our characters are 2 or 1 strength, and they don't really get big until we buff them. So armor does really bad against us, so that's why we really want to get past those Guild Enforcers with order, aka CERN, aka the Watchful Hound. Enough talking, there's not much to say about this deck. It's just about dropping minions and then buffing them. That's literally it. Drop minions, buff, smack face, and in some cases, take control of the board, depending on who you're up against. But with that being said, let's jump into a couple games, show you how it works, and then hopefully it can net you a lot of wins in your weekend ranked. All right, here we are in game 1 against the Nature. We're going to take the Acolyte. So Lights Levy, good work in case they have like a Marshwalker. But I don't know. There's a lot of 3 strength creatures in Nature, so it's a toss-up. But what we do need is, let's get rid of the Child Spirit because we don't need a health on health. Don't need the Ritual Rod. All right, so Minosian is actually good, and we can get rid of the Lights Levy because we have the Minosian. Because now we have 2 answers for the Marshwalker, so we didn't really need that. So basically what we're going to first do is just... might as well get the Empyrean, start getting built up here. The other option is getting a Skeleton Heavy on board, but if he drops a Marshwalker, then we can Minosian and then smack him with the Empyrean. Wow. Gonna have Canopy Barrage. He really doesn't want that 1-drop on there. So again, it's a good thing we have that because then we don't lose our Skeleton Heavy. And we can actually Trial Spirit it as well. Now we have 2 bodies on board. Still ready with our Minosian. Wow. It's like going all zoo here. So technically we can actually just I mean we can just clear the board because he's out of cards and we have like some good ways to buff our creatures. So there's no point in rushing this. First thing, we might as well just take the Wild Hog. Then we can just start beating his stuff down. So we basically have a card advantage and we have a board advantage. Then we can start going face. But because we also have a really good Summon Acolyte, so We've got a better hero power than he does. And we have a card advantage, so this should be pretty decent. Let's just go smack. We can put the Blind Martyr because his Confused Badger won't do anything to it anyways. Or won't kill it. And then we can start building up our board. So that'll give us another turn to get our creatures out to get buffed by the Blind Martyr. Yeah, so basically, I mean, this deck can be really extremely fast. I mean, it's always going to be fast. Like, the games will be quick, whether you win or lose. It's still going to either end quickly or you're going to lose quickly or win quickly. Let's just see here. I mean, he's going to have a hard time dealing with big health. Just because all of his random... might as well just start clearing this crap. Don't need to grab anything from the Sanctum. He doesn't have any enough favor to do anything anyways. But basically, he's going to have a hard time dealing with a lot of health on board because something like the Hunt is not really even going to... Yeah, okay. So basically, it looked like a zoo versus zoo. We just had a lot of little creatures on board, and he ran out of cards. I guess there wasn't really much left he could do when we have full board control. Because all of that health is on our creatures, then he doesn't have any spells to deal with that. He only has the Hunt. So, yeah, I guess it's just GG there. Okay, final game. We're going for Against Nature again. There's just so many nature decks. It's insane. Okay, so what do we need here? Minotosian is pretty good against Nature. Don't need the Acolyte. Wicked Fae doesn't really do much against Nature decks. Wild Hog is alright. Blind Martyr. So we can Blind Martyr Wild Hog if we can, depending on what he puts. I mean, we're going turn 2. Not the best situation for us, but doesn't mean that we can't still win. It's actually not the worst to drop the Minotosian here. We're just going to do it. Ping out the Minotosian. It's just a really good trade here. Because now he's got a 2-2 versus our 2-3. It's not the worst thing that can happen. So a Jaguar here is not ideal. But we're actually going to have a decent amount of creatures on board next turn. Because we can get all 3 of these out. And if we can keep the Minotosian, yeah, this is not bad at all. Okay. All right, so first let's just kill off that hog. Don't need it. Planetary Acolyte. We're actually just going to go for as much favor as we can here, even if we deal damage to ourselves. The reason being is we just need to get a Sanctum advantage here. I really want that Rune of Strength. That'll be huge for us. Also, the Valve Champions is not bad either. So basically, we drop the Blind Martyr so we can buff up all 3 of our guys. Once we have a buffed up board here, then it's really going to be hard for Nature to deal with that. So, plus it protects all of our creatures that actually have strength on them from the Jaguar. Because it would be a great trade for him. We don't want to trade 2 things into a Jaguar. Alright. It's not bad. We're going to get him back this turn once we clear that Pyramid Warden. We are going to give him a ton of favor here, though. Potentially. Yeah. Yeah. If I was him, I would have only hit it once. He didn't need to hit it twice because I got to throw it into the Pyramid Warden anyways. Let's just go like this. We're going to go like this. And finally, I actually completely fucked that up. I should have actually went the other way around. Not like it really matters at this point. So what actually we're going to do is grab this guy. Why I should have killed, finished it off with a different creature is because then I would have got an extra 3 favor. So we're not doing too bad here. Just looking at that Rune of Strength. Really want it. All right, so first things first, I'm going to put this on the Hog just in case he gets slammed into the Overgrown Rhino. Okay, good. All right, now we can actually pick up the Rune of Strength. And that is going to make this guy unkillable by the Rhino. And 2 card sharks because because he got confused and there's 2 front lines, he might not even be able to take out the Planeteer Acolyte next turn. Not ideal. But the Overgrown Rhino might just smack into the Bodyguard, which would be nice. We're going to just start hitting face here. We got a lot of creatures on board. His Hunt can't really... Well, no, the Hunt would suck. That also really is not very nice. Not ideal. Not ideal. We're also not going to be able to finish off that Rhino next turn. That was pretty brutal for us. Pretty brutal. Also has got a Volca's Discovery. This is rough, and he's got a regen, so he can't even clear it. Wow, the wildfire is just destroying us. Guess we can get the glittering one out next turn. Let's go see if we can smack face there. So this guy, if he gets confused and hits face, that would be ideal. Then we could get +2/2 buff on all of our dudes here, although that he's got that the Jaguar staff. Yeah, not ideal. This is just not looking good for us. I mean, even if he hits our Hog here, we're totally done. What could save it? I don't even know. That'll help. Get a couple buffs on. Guess we're just going face here, hoping that we can... We're going to grab this 2 damage. It'll just help. Potentially we can get down to being able to have 2 damage down on face. So his Overgrown Rhino, if he's going to use that to go through here, then he's going to lose it. So not bad. What can he do here? I'm hoping that the Jaguar just misses and hits face. If he has the Hunt here, that would not be ideal. Of course. Okay, perfect. So even if he has the Hunt here, we should be fine. Now, the thing is, our Wild Hog is confused, so we could totally miss face here. Not ideal. Nice pickup. Ooh. Another nice pickup. So, let's hope for face. Still works. Still have another body on board. Okay, we're so close. We just need to do 8 more damage to his face. We are so close. Got the Valve champions. Yeah. His the Hunt won't hurt us. We have another order. We have the Watchful Hound, so even if he drops a frontline on board, we should be able to handle that. I guess he does have a little bit of sustain like that. All right, we're just going to ignore all of his creatures. Just go for the face. right, let's go face. Not ideal. I mean, we can get an acolyte. We can fill up our board. Too bad you don't get favor for that. I guess Dexy has to do damage, not just hit it. Okay. Ooh, I should have put more order with the Watchful Hound. I didn't realize it was running out in this turn. Dang, that's gonna clear the board. That's gonna clear our board here. Ooh, that was a big misplay. We should have Watchful Hounded that. Yikes. We still have a chance. We have 8 damage on board, 2 in hand. Yeah, it's GG now. Although Wild Hog is confused, so it all depends on our Wild Hog not missing his target. Let's go, Wild Hog. Come on, you can do it. Ooh, I guess that I forgot about that. It has Blitz. Yikes. All right, so we got to figure out the order here. First of all, we got to throw down the Empyrean. Secondly, we are throwing down the Watchful Hound, putting that guy back to where he belongs. We should have done that last turn. That would have probably saved us the game here. And now we actually have to Radiant Dawn. And let's go. Down to 3. Should we grab the front line? We're going to grab the front line just so he can't have it. That would really hurt us pretty badly. So basically what he's got to do is take out that Watchful Hound, if he can, which he can. That'll give him access back to his Black Jaguar. Which would basically be able to clear the board and come. Yeah, he would be able to clear the board there. So we're literally a damage short. Wow. Well, that's rough. We're 1 damage short. I guess we could get a pickup. GG. I don't know why he gets access to it instantly. I guess it's because it's order, not sleep. Just rough. Oh, wow. GG. And that's the game. Wow, another nature game. All right, if you're still interested in other budget decks, then you should check out this video here where I go through a budget mage deck that is super viable in Mythic and a super ton of fun to play. And with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.